Hey guys, Jared here. So I got a couple of viewer requests to do a video on the LG G2's camera software. Now I'm not going to go ahead and start testing out all the different features because that'll take forever and that requires just a little bit too much effort on my part. And let's face it, I'm lazy. I'm a guy. Nevertheless, so we'll go ahead and just run through all the settings so you guys can see if some of the different camera options are here are something that interests you and kind of help sway your decision whether or not you want to buy this device. So starting from the left-hand side, of course, we have our different flash modes here. So flash on, automatic, or just off. Of course, we can switch from the rear facing to the front facing, vice versa. Mode, go ahead and jump into mode. We've got a bunch of different settings in here, much like the Samsung devices. So we've got normal, spot, shot and clear, dynamic tone, panorama, VR panorama, which is basically LG's version of photosphere, burst shot, beauty shot, dual camera, which we've seen lots of demonstrations of that in the past, time catch shot, intelligent auto, sports, and night. And that's it. Alternatively, we can, of course, click on that and get it into sort of a different scrolling mode here. And it gives you a bit more of a description. So as you can see, makes photos taken by multi-row, 360-degree rotation into one wide-angle panoramic image. Of course, we've all got and know what panorama is, dynamic tone, so HDR, clear shot if it's going to, good lord, take a photo, tap any of the outlined objects to remove it from the photo. So basically for photo bombers, those annoying people. Night mode, sports, of course, to capture fast-moving images. Intelligent auto automatically identifies the scene's characteristics and adjusts aperture, shutter speed, and other settings to take a photo, which to me just seems like a fancy word for auto. Time catch shot, capture the moments before you press the shutter button. Dual camera, align both front and main cameras in one screen, something that iPhone users wish they had. Beauty shot, burst shot, we all know what that is, with 20 consecutive photos, and we're right back to VR panorama. So I'm just going to switch to normal mode here. And let's go ahead and check out some of the settings here. So we've got cheese shutter. So obviously you would just, say the word cheese and that's what takes the picture. You got your brightness, some focus. So you can do focus, manual, or face tracking, which is nice. I like the little animations here too. That's cool. Of course, we can choose the different image sizes everywhere from 13 megapixels all the way down to 1 megapixel if you really wanted to. Though I don't know why anybody would want that. Auto ISO, although we can change it up to as high as 800, which seems to be the standard for a lot of smartphone cameras these days. Auto white balance. Alternatively, you have incandescent, sunny, fluorescent, and cloudy. It would have been nice if they had some sort of like an indoor or something. Anyways, we've got color effect here, so sort of, I guess, a filter, if you want to call it that. Mono, sepia, and of course negative. I've never found that I use any of those. Same as timer. I find it hard for me to find places to stand my smartphone aiming at me, and even knowing that those of us are actually in the frame, it's just geotagging, of course. We've got the shutter stand, so we can turn it off if you want, which is becoming more of a rare thing. There's various laws around the world that prevent certain smartphones from entering the countries if you have the ability to turn off the shutter sound. And we can even test out the sounds there too. So here's one. Okay, here's two, right? Here's three. Okay, that one sounded weird. And here's four. Wow, did you hear that? Let's do that again. Click. I'm just going to perv it out. And volume key capture, which is something really great that we're starting to see. I think I've seen it in the S4 as well as the Note 3, though I'll have to double check that when I do the this video on the Note 3's camera. But you can either do capture or zoom as far as the volume key is concerned. Though, considering the volume is on the back, I don't know if your finger is going to be getting in the way or not. Of course, you have help and then reset. But moving on from there, we can always switch it over to video recording mode, jump into the settings there. Actually, I wonder if we have any different modes for video recording. Oh, we do. So we've got normal, live effect. Actually, let's put it into that grid mode again so we can take a look at the descriptions. Live effect, apply various visual effects when recording the video. That's interesting. And of course, we've got the dual recording mode, so you can record from the front-facing and rear-facing camera at the same time. Tracking zoom allows you to select a focus area to enlarge, view it in the small screen, and take a video. That's kind of interesting. And that is it for that. Alrighty, so let's just switch it back to normal there. And now we'll jump into And so we've got audio zoom. You can turn that on or off, which a lot of people like the audio zoom. FHD at 60 frames per second, so you can change between 60 frames, 30 frames, or of course go down to the different qualities, 720, 240, or even 144. Does anybody even use MMS anymore? I've seen the XDA forums, people, oh, does MMS work? Who uses that anymore? Because I haven't used MMS in probably 3 years or more. Anyways, of course, we have brightness here, just depending on the situation. Of course, keeping in mind, the higher the brightness you put, the more grainy the picture is going to look. White balance, and of course, the same things: incandescent, sunny, fluorescent, and cloudy. Pretty boring. Some different color effects, the same as taking a photo. Geotagging, volume key record, or zoom. Okay. And of course, we have help and reset. And that's pretty much it. That's everything she got. I'm not going to bother starting to take pictures. In fact, I'm actually going to be doing another video on picture quality between the two. So I'll be taking pictures with both the G2 and the Note 3, and kind of taking the pictures and putting it on screen for you guys and comparing and see what you guys think takes the better picture. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully give you a bit of an insight and some different opinions on whether or not you like the LG G2's camera as well as the camera software. That's it though, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.